Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all doing great. If you have following this AI series, then thank you so much for your support. And yes, if you are new here, then welcome. Before watching this video, I would highly recommend you to checking the first video of our this series. Our first video is this one. That means 6 free AI tools that every front-end developer must know. Okay. So now coming towards our today's topic, and yes, you must already have guessed from the thumbnail and the titles that we are going to talk about the ChatGPT. Okay, so nowadays, almost everyone is using it, but many people still don't know how to use it effectively and how to get the best result from it. So in this video, I'm going to explain everything regarding this. We will cover what is ChatGPT, how you can use this, what is the better way for prompting, what is the common mistake that we avoid it, and some really useful tips and tricks. Okay, so if you are a student, developers, working professionals, or someone who is very curious about the AI, then this video is for you. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so in this video, it is the first video of our course. So here we can learn everything about the ChatGPT. So here I can also mention like if you are a student, developers, creators, freelancers, professionals, then this video is for you. Okay, so our first is what is the agenda of our today's video. Okay, so what we will cover it. So first of all, we will learn like what is the chat GPT and how you can use it, what is the free and paid plan, and we can also do the setup, prompt engineering, and also give some prompt. So using this prompt, you already get your idea regarding how to get a best result using the best prompt. Okay. Then we can also give some real life use cases, some advanced features, and the best practices. Okay. So first of all, we can discuss about what is ChatGPT. So basically, the ChatGPT is introduced by the OpenAI. Okay, and using the ChatGPT, it is useful to for the answer question, to write code, generate image, generate content. It is also helpful to analyze your file, web research, and everything. Okay. So now we will discuss about how ChatGPT works. Okay. So before starting this, first of all, we can see the layout. Okay. So this is the basic layout of the ChatGPT here. So, when you open the ChatGPT, then this page is open. So you can log in here and you can also ask anything without login, but with the login it provides some more features. Okay, so I highly recommend you to first of all the login. Okay, so I log in into the chat gpt, login with Google. Okay, and yes, I log in the chat gpt. Okay, so here in a left side, it show me the options, apps, codecs, etc. Here it will display the name, and here I will use the free versions. From here you can also upgrade your versions. So there is currently four plans are there, but currently I am using the free plan. Okay. So in a free plan, there are some core models are used and limited message and uploads, limited image creations, and limited memories are there. Okay, so we can start from the free plan. Here you can also explore some more plans. Okay, and this button is for the temporary chat. So if you are doing the temporary chat, then the chat is not stored in a memory. Okay, so it's just for the temporary base. Okay, so here it can ask me like what is the agenda for the today. Okay, then here there are some options are there. So first of all, let's do the brief overview of these options. So first one is the add photos and files. So here you can also upload the photos and file. Like if you are a developer and you want to create a UI based on some images, so you can upload the image from here, and you can also ask ChatGPT to generate a same layout using Tailwind CSS or React. Okay. Then second option is a recent file. So in a recent file, if you are uploading any file, so it will give the history of this. The third option is the create image. So if you want to create image from the chat GPT, then you can also use these options. Okay. The fourth one is the thinking. So thinking is useful for the complex part. Okay. So for examples, if you have any task that required a more planning and multiple steps are there, then you can use the thinking. For examples, like if you are a simple questions like what is the HTML, okay, then ChatGPT answer it immediately, okay. But if you ask it to create a business plan, solve a tricky coding problems, so first of all, if you are doing this in a thinking plan, so it will think based on the prompt, okay, and it can produce a very careful response. So let's try it. So in a thinking plan, I give a prompt like plan a 7 days trip to Japan on a budget. Okay. So here I will create a plan for my Japan trip. Okay. So first of all, it will thinking. After that, it will research, and based on that, it will give me the best plan. Okay. So let's check. So it will also mention that I'm checking the current rail pass and travel basic first. So the plan is not based on the stale pricing. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Sure. Yeah. So it will create me a best plan for the trip. Like day one, you can arrive in Tokyo, and there are some hotels are there. Day two, day three, day four, day seven, etc. And you can also turn into like a this one or solo female versions, Japan Post timer version with the train by train details, anything. Okay. So based on the best thinking, so it will research on a deep and give you the best result. Okay. So thinking is useful for that. Then let's do the research about okay deep research. Okay. So basically deep research is useful for the in-depth investigations, like if it can gather the information from the multiple sources, analyze them, and it can also produce a structured report instead of the quick answer. Okay, so we can say that instead of giving a short summary, it can send the more time collecting and organizing information to create a detailed report. Okay, so let's try it. Like create a detailed report with Angular and Vue for the enterprise applications. Okay. So let's try. Okay, so first of all, it is calling our tools. Okay, so okay. So it will also give you some compare React, Angular, and Vue collect official document and all this, and you can read all these informations and click on the start. So it will researching all the things. Okay. Okay, till now we are discussing this one. Okay, so let's understand like how ChatGPT works. Okay, so first of all, you can type your prompt. Based on the prompt, AI processes are happen. That means it will take any models, and based on that, based on the training data, it will give the response. Okay, so it will use the large language model. That means LLM. So ChatGPT is powered by the GPT-4. Okay, so it will get the result based on some data. Okay. So then let's discuss why ChatGPT is important. Okay, so you 100 million users are use ChatGPT. and this data is within a 2 month. Okay, and this is our first AI tools. Okay, and 40% productivity boost. It can also save your time learning, coding, content, research, productivity. It is used for the then discuss what is a prompt engineering. Prompt engineering, that means, okay, you already understood the ChatGPT. Okay, so prompt engineering, that means simply the instruction or a questions you give to ChatGPT. Here, I can mention like create a detailed report which compare to React, Angular, and Vue for the enterprise applications. Okay, so this is our prompt. I tell ChatGPT to do this. Okay, so this is it's called the prompt. Okay, so uh, yeah, it's still researching. Okay, so prompt, that means you type anything. Okay, this one is the high ChatGPT work. Okay. Okay. So prompt engineering. Okay. So the perfect prompt formula. So first of all, you can define the role, like act as a, you are a Python developers, you are a students, you are a React developers, you are a civil engineer or anything. So first of all, you mention the role. After that, you tell them task. I need to. That means I need to write a RESTful API. I need to create a image. I need to create a planning for my 30 days study. Everything. Okay. Then you write the context. Okay. That means the background information, like you want to make a RESTful API using the fast API plus Postgres, okay, etc. And then formula that means output should be with comments and examples and everything. Okay, so let's discuss this in very depth. Okay, yeah, it's still researching. Okay, so here I will give some bad prompts versus good prompts. Okay, so you don't tell ChatGPT to teach me JavaScript. This is not a good prompt. As you can ask, like, act as a senior JavaScript mentor. I am a beginner. Teach me JavaScript with a real world examples and a small exercise after each concept. So here you can mention role. Role, that means you are a senior JavaScript mentor. Okay. So role is a senior mentor. What is the context? Beginner level, because I am a beginner. Okay. What is the format? Example plus exercise and clear output expected. Okay. Here you never assign any role. You never get ChatGPT to any skills, not learning goals, etc. Okay, so like act as a framework. Okay, so assign ChatGPT a specific expert role to get a specialized and high quality resource. Suppose if you are a teacher, then you can ask that like act as a teacher. Explain the recursion with a simple story a 12-year-old can understand. If you are a developer, then you can mention that like act as a senior React developers, review my component and give me the performance improvement tips. Okay. Then if you are a career coach, then you can say that act as a professional career coach. Help me prepare for a software engineering interview at Google. Okay. So here you can also mention act as a. Okay. So this is the first one. Then you can also you like to get a complex topic explained in a simple and easy to understand language. Okay. So you can before you can write that what is a machine learning. Okay. Then this is not good. So here you can also tell them explain machine learning like I am a 10 years old using a fun example from everyday's life. In an advanced version, you can also describe it like now explain gradient descent to me like I am 10. Then again like I am a university student. Okay, so this is you can also explain this like I am something. Okay, this is the third one. So step by step learning. Okay, so you can say that like create a step by step 30 days plan for learning the JavaScript from zero to building web app. If you are a tutorial, then you can say that like explain how to set up a Node.js project step by step from installation to first API endpoint. Then for the process, you can say that walk me through step by step how to deploy a React app to version. So here I can also mention so many framework examples are there. Like for the teacher mode, you can say that teach me JavaScript closures, then quiz me with 3 questions to test my knowledge, etc. Okay, so here I mentioned some framework examples are there. So you can, I also uploaded this PDF, this PPT in my description box. So you can also take from here and you can also explore more. Okay, so let's check. Yeah, so it's still in process. Okay, so let's stop it and ask for another one. Okay. Okay, so let's explore the fourth one that is a web search. Okay, so what is a web search? So web research allows ChatGPT to access up-to-date information from the internet when needed. Okay, so without web research, it relies on its built-in knowledge. Okay, so it will tell you the information based on the knowledge it have. Okay, but with the web research it can look up the current information such as the today's news, latest software update, etc. So let's ask the chat gpt what are today's top AI news stories. Okay, so let's check. Yeah, so it will give me the top AI news. Okay, so you can also read. Okay, so we already discussed what is a bad prompt and what is a good prompt. Okay, so let's do some practical with that. So here I can remove this. Okay, and I can ask like so. Okay, write an email. So this is a bad prompt. Okay, so let's check what it gives. Okay, sure. What would you like to email to be about? So it asks some question. Okay. So this is not a good prompt. Okay, so now how you can give the best prompt? Okay, you can also say that write a polite and professional email to my manager one day leave for a family function. Keep it under 120 words. See, here it will give me the email like your managers. I hope you are doing well. I would like to request a one day leave for this reason, and thank you for your understanding. Okay, so this is a bad prompt. Here, ChatGPT doesn't get any idea regarding what you want, what is the output. Okay, so here it can also give like please provide these informations and all that. But if you write a best prompt like write a polite and professional email. Okay, so he got an idea regarding it have to write the professional email, and you have to send this email to the manager. What is the reason? So reason is that like one day leave for family functions. And here you can also mention that right under a 120 words. So it directly give me the output. Okay. And okay, so let's try one another example. Like you can say that tell me about con. Okay, see here it give me the example, common use cases, advantages, disadvantages, etc. Okay, so this is a bad prompt. Okay, so like what is a good prompt for that? You can say that act as a senior civil engineer, explain me the difference between something that critical research, the difference, and provide me a comparison table with practical examples. See, here it will give me the comparison table. So it's easy to read. Okay. So here it can mention all grade, their characteristic and common use cases, practical examples, and all this. So this is the best prompting. Okay. Here we can also discuss. Okay, so what is a good prompt, what is a bad prompt, everything. So if you have preparing for the interview, then you can say that as a senior interviewer at Google, so ask me 5 JavaScript questions, one at a time, and evaluate each. Okay, and all this. Okay, now use cases for students. Okay, so ChatGPT is also very useful for the students. They can do their homework, helps, research, active learning, exam preparations, note generations, essay writing, and everything. Okay, so you can ask him anything regarding the any subjects like math, science, history, anything. Okay, use case for the developers. So the developers can use ChatGPT to generate a code. It is also used for the debugging, documentations, and if you want to learn any new technology, then it's also helpful. And it's also helpful for the API designing, unit testing, etc. Okay. Then use case for the content creators. So content creators then write their YouTube scripts, titles, descriptions, and very best thing is you can also generate the thumbnails from the ChatGPT. Then you can also write the content for the social medias. You can also for it's also useful for the content calendars like 30 days posting schedule aligned with your topics and all this. Okay. Then for it's really useful for the business professionals to write their email, report analysis, meeting summaries, data analysis, and take a look about the advanced features like you can also upload your files, image analysis. You can also use the image generations, web search, voice mode, memories, etc. Okay, so best prompt to save and reuse. For the learning, you can say that explain and you can mention the topic name step by step with the examples, then quiz me. You can also say that like create a beginner roadmap for learning any skills in 30 days. So here I can you can use this prompt to generate the best output. Okay, so you don't remember anything. You just try to analyze how I can prompt. Okay, to generate the best result. Okay, so for the coding purpose, you can say that review this code for the for bugs and best practices. Write the unit test for these functions. Okay, so here I can give the examples. You can practice more and more, and based on the practice, you can generate the best output. Okay. Then here I can also mention the common mistakes which you can avoid. Like so, the first mistake is too little context. Okay. So suppose if you can say that write me a marketing plan. So ChatGPT doesn't get any idea like what exactly you want. Instead of this, you can say that specific like in for the industry, what is the company size, what is the budget, what is the target audience, and what's your goal. So this is a best prompt. Okay. Then second one is the second point is like improve my writing. So it doesn't getting any idea. So instead of this, you can say that your audience, what is your tone, what is the weakness is to fix and everything. Okay. So the third step is single turn thinking. Okay. So for example, accepting the first response. Instead of this, you can say that make it more consistent, try different angle, etc. So here I can also mention all the common mistakes which you can avoid after watching this tutorial. Okay, so you can also do the research on this topic and try to fix it out. Okay, then the best practices for follow this principle for the consistently excellent result. Okay, so always assign a role. Okay, so start every important prompt with like act as a. This sets the response tone, depth, vocabulary level. Okay. So you can also mention like act as a teacher, act as a developer, act as a student, etc. Second one is give rich context. Okay. Like your skill level, what is your audience, what's the purpose, etc. The third point is specify the format. Okay. Like request a bullet point, numeric list, table, code blocks, don't leave format to chance. Fourth is ask follow-ups. Like ChatGPT maintain conversation context. Always iterate. Now make it shorter. Add a real world example. Simplify steps 3, etc. Is daily and you can also generate a best output from there. Okay, so here let's discussion about the setting part. So here there are some general settings are there like what is the colors, what is the languages are there. Here are some notifications from the personalization tabs. Here you can also do settings regarding the memory and all that. Here is the data control, like you can also turn your own location, you can also delete your chat, you can also export your data. Here are the storage, like I use 2.39 MB out of the 512 MB. Okay, then how many files are there, how many images are there. This is for the security and login. This is the regarding the keyboard account. So you can also go more into this. Okay, so here you can also upgrade your plan. If you want to generate anything with your voice, then you can also use this way. Okay, so from here you can also start your new chat. Hey Jit. Okay, so let's try all of this time. So let's try. Okay. Hello ChatGPT, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. How about you? How can I help today?
Yes, I'm also fine. So can you please give me a brief introduction about like what is a ChatGPT?
Of course. So, ChatGPT is an AI language model developed by OpenAI. Basically, it's designed to understand and generate human like text. You can ask it questions, have it help with writing, explain concepts, and so on. Basically, I'm here to be a conversational partner or assistant for whatever you need.
Actually, I doesn't understand you. Can you please explain me in Hindi?
हाँ, बिल्कुल। तो चैट जीपीटी एक एआई भाषा मॉडल है जिसे ओपन एआई ने बनाया है। इसका काम है इंसानी भाषा को समझना और उसी तरह का जवाब देना। आप मुझसे सवाल पूछ सकते हैं, लिखने में मदद ले सकते हैं, किसी भी कॉन्सेप्ट को समझ सकते हैं। ये एक तरह का बात करने वाला डिजिटल सहायक है जो आपकी ज़रूरतों के हिसाब से मदद करता है।
Now can you please explain me in Gujarati also?
હા, બિલકુલ. તો ચેટ જીપીટીએ એક એઆઈ ભાષા મોડલ છે જે ઓપન એઆઈ દ્વારા બનાવાયું છે. આનું કામ છે માનવીય ભાષાને સમજીને એનો જવાબ આપવો. તમે મારી પાસેથી પ્રશ્નો પૂછો, લખાણમાં મદદ લો અથવા કોઈ પણ કોન્સેપ્ટ સમજાવવા માટે ઉપયોગ કરી શકો છો. એ એક પ્રકારનો ડિજિટલ સહાયક છે જે તમારી જરૂરિયાતોને અનુરૂપ સહાય કરે છે. If you ever need to adjust the plan or just want to brainstorm other ways to fit things in, I'm here for you.
Thank you. See, this is the very best features you can use it. So now it's your turn. So open ChatGPT and try one of the prompt tag we discussed today. So we can see that practice is the fastest way to improve it. So if you found this video very helpful, then please subscribe it for the more tutorials on AI, productivity and programming. And also you can like, share and subscribe my channels. And thank you for watching this video.